AMD has unveiled the first of its Ryzen 7000 sequence computer CPUs for high-performance gaming and fanatic PC users. The organization claims that its top-end Ryzen 9 7950X will be the world's fastest processor for gaming and content material creation. These CPUs are based on the new Zen 4 architecture and introduce a new platform known as AM5, with support for DDR5 RAM and the PCIe 5.0 interconnect standard. The new CPUs will be accessible in retail around the world beginning from September 27. Pricing for India has no longer but been introduced. However, in the US, the flagship 16-core Ryzen 9 7950X is priced at $699, approximately 55,360 rupees earlier than taxes. The 12-core Ryzen 9 7900X will price $549, approximately 43,480 rupees, while the 8-core Ryzen 7 7700X has a $399 sticky label price, approximately 31,600 rupees, and the Ryzen 5 7600X will value $299, approximately 23,680 rupees. The new Zen 4 architecture is claimed to deliver an average of 13% improved overall performance in guidelines per clock cycle compared to the Zen 3 architecture. This is largely due to multiplied cache sizes and optimized branch prediction. AVX 512 guidance set guidability expanded overall performance for AI inferencing workloads. The Ryzen 9 7950X has 16 cores and 32 threads throughout 2-core complex chiplets, a 5.7 GHz increase velocity and 4.5 GHz base speed, and 80 MB total cache memory. The Ryzen 9 7900 steps down to 12 cores/24 threads and base boosts speeds of 4.7 GHz and 5.6 GHz respectively, with 76 MB of cache memory. Both have 170 watts TDP ratings. The Ryzen 7 7700X with 8 multi-threaded cores runs at 4.5 GHz but boosts to 5.4 GHz, with a 40 MB cache. The Ryzen 5 7600X with 6 cores/12 threads runs at 4.7 GHz with an increase up to 5.3 GHz and 38 MB whole cache memory. These two CPUs each have 105 watts TDP ratings. More Ryzen 7000 sequence models should be launched in the future, slotting in between these and also filling out the lower give-up of the stack. Versions with extra stacked 3D cache are also anticipated to launch later. It is probable that AMD will proceed to use previous-gen hardware to serve greater budget-conscious buyers, mainly those who are upgrading and favor to proceed the use of their current motherboards and RAM. For the first time, enthusiast-class Ryzen CPUs will all have integrated portraits capabilities. Rather than a separate set of APUs, AMD has determined to combine simple RDNA2-based GPUs into the 4 models that were announced. While a discrete GPU will nonetheless be needed for serious gaming, this ought to assist with simple workloads and diagnostics. Power administration is also improved, incorporating countless efficiency enhancements that have been until now focused at mobile CPUs, resulting in a 50% discount in idle energy consumption. AMD has used a 5 nanometers TSMC manufacturing procedure and claims aggressive advantage over Intel's 12th Gen Alder Lake choices in terms of die region and overall performance per watt. Single-threaded overall performance have to be better, as AMD factors out that Intel's excessive core counts come from the use of numerous lower power efficiency cores. However, Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake is additionally predicted to be announced soon. Compared to the previous generation, AMD claims 62% lower energy consumption to deliver the identical performance, or 49% higher overall performance at the identical strength level. At a 65 watts TDP, Energy scaling can go up to 74%, though the discern drops to 35% at 170 watts, which is the TDP for the Ryzen 9 7950X. The new AM5 platform breaks the long-running AM4 platform's socket compatibility, which goes again as far as the first-generation Ryzen CPU series. This was once integral to assist DDR5 RAM and PCIe 5.0 and extend socket power delivery. AMD moves to an LGA-style package for the first time, with contact pads on the CPU and pins inside the motherboard socket. However, the cooler mount has not changed, so present coolers can proceed to be used besides any adapter. AM5 will proceed to be supported until at least 2025, in accordance to AMD. Enthusiast-class motherboards primarily based on AMD's X670 Extreme and X670 chipsets will be accessible at launch time. The earlier unannounced mid-range B650 Extreme and the B650 will observe in October. These will vary in phases of function level, with only the top-end X670 Extreme aiding PCIe 5.0 for discrete pictures as nicely as storage. The corporation additionally unveiled AMD Expo, a new platform-level characteristic to optimize DDR5 RAM timings and latency, which is said to raise sport overall performance and make overclocking easier. Finally, AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su teased a demo of an upcoming Radeon GPU based on the RDNA 3-PIX architecture. Performance per watt used to be said to be 50% better than the modern Radeon RX 6000 generation, and these GPUs launched later in 2022.